The most dangerous intersection in Melbourne, full stop. It's had an extraordinary number of crashes and near misses. And the fundamental problem here is that we have a failed roundabout.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Matthews, RACV Motoring Editor. Today I'll be joined by RACV Head of Policy, James Williams, to unpack the results of our 2025 My Melbourne Road survey. This year we asked the community to tell us which intersections in Melbourne they find the most dangerous. More than 12,000 people responded, so stay tuned to find out which intersections were voted the most dangerous in North East Melbourne. But before we dive in, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and tell us in the comments which intersection do you think is Melbourne's most dangerous. James Williams, thanks for joining us today. So we're heading now to North East Melbourne, and spoiler alert, this is the big one. Tell us about the three intersections there. One of them scored particularly poorly, I think.
That's right, Andrea. The third most dangerous intersection in North East Melbourne is the Metropolitan Ring Road on and off ramps and Plenty Road in Bundoora. The second most dangerous intersection in North East Melbourne is Dalton Road and Settlement Road roundabout in Thomastown. And the most dangerous intersection in North East Melbourne, and on the votes, the most dangerous intersection in Melbourne, full stop, is the Greensborough bypass and Diamond Creek roundabout or Civic Drive roundabout in Greensborough. This is the most voted intersection in Melbourne. It's had an extraordinary number of crashes and near misses. And the fundamental problem here is that we have a failed roundabout.
Tell me more about a failed roundabout. What does that mean?
Well, a failed roundabout is one that's too big, has too much happening on it, and everyone is trying to get through to the other side as quickly and painlessly as possible. And it's one of those roundabouts that has pedestrian crossings just as you enter into it. It has bus transit lanes that buses aren't using. You have to know exactly which lane you need to be in to get where you want to go. There's several major roads coming into this roundabout, but it's that north-south Greensborough bypass route, which is the dominant one. So if you're sitting in Civic Drive or Diamond Creek Road and trying to get into the roundabout, you're backed up, struggling to get in. So people are making mistakes, they're taking risks that they wouldn't otherwise take. And the whole roundabout is on a slope. So you have an unusual gradient. You also have a large number of growth area suburbs to the north coming down to get to the freeway. And we'll find with the North East Link, this will get worse. So with North East Link, we estimate that an extra 10,000 vehicles a day will be coming up from the south or down through the north, and another 10,000 extra from an estate just nearby as well, which is planned for the very near future. We also have an NDIS facility and a TAFE just right on the roundabout. So it's a lot happening, and it's only going to get worse as Melbourne grows.
It sounds like a series of complex situations. What are the solutions that you're proposing?
Well, this is the big one, and not every intersection can be dealt with signalling or a new coat of paint. This is the one that RACV is saying the government needs to pull out the stops, extend the bypass and grade separate. And whether that's under or over, we need to have a look at that. But we need to be able to facilitate a road infrastructure where people can get from A to B, but also where the locals can get on and off. And so that will need some ramps, but really it's about preparing for the future from an infrastructure perspective with the opening of North East Link in a few years' time, but also reducing the risks of what is absolutely a very dangerous intersection. I was out there quite recently and we were crossing the road, and not only are there near misses because people aren't seeing this, they're not expecting pedestrians, but people are running the red lights. We also think that in the shorter term, there's some things that the government can do to make this a safer roundabout. And one of those is, it's a simple thing, but decluttering all the signage. So if you're coming into Melbourne's most dangerous intersection, probably not the best place to have signs around welcome to the local government area and hiding or concealing the speed zone. And the speed zone itself is also an issue. It's clearly needs to be reduced as people enter into, on the downhill slope, a very dangerous intersection.
So it sounds like what we're seeing there with that intersection is it's no longer fit for purpose.
That's right. It's a failed intersection. And the government has an opportunity there in the short term to do some very simple things with lane markings, with lighting, with signage, cutting back the foliage, as well as I mentioned, the decluttering of the signs. But in the longer term, really, we do need to look very seriously at what we can do at a very heavily used intersection, not just for locals, but for through traffic that needs to get onto the freeway network.
If you're enjoying this video, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. We post new RACV videos every day, so hit subscribe and press the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest motoring, home and travel content.
If I can turn the tables for a minute, Andrea, I'd love to ask you a question. Having safer vehicles is so important. You're the motoring editor at RACV. Interested in your view on what's coming up in the new vehicle technology space to really reinforce safer intersections in Melbourne.
What we've seen in the last few years is the rapid adoption of advanced driver assistance systems across a range of vehicles. So it's no longer technology that's just fitted to high-end luxury cars. The most affordable cars on the market are being fitted with a system of cameras and radars designed to keep drivers and motorists and also pedestrians safer on the roads. So we're talking about things like blind spot warning, which will let you know if there's a vehicle kind of approaching in your blind spot where you perhaps can't traditionally see them in a wing mirror, right through to technology which will actually help you to get out of that issue where the car is seeing an issue and it's potentially helping you and steering you out of that situation. Companies like Hyundai and Kia have something called junction assist, which would help, maybe not with some of the catastrophic intersections.
It wouldn't help with Greensborough bypass.
But Hyundai and Kia are coming up with technology like junction assist. So if you're choosing to turn right out of a junction, it will actually sound an alert if it senses that a car's approaching too quickly and potentially even steer you out of that situation as well, or apply the brakes to make sure that you don't engage in a collision. There's a whole bunch of systems that are coming to cars now designed to keep motorists safe, but also focused on pedestrians, on cyclists.
And how does somebody make a decision about the best safety features in a vehicle? How do you make a call on that as a consumer? How do you know what's out there and what a car offers? And are we seeing an increase in price because of these features?
There's not necessarily an increase in price, and that's really encouraging. I think we're seeing a lot of new brands coming to market and their price of entry is a 5-star ANCAP rating. So if you've got that 5-star ANCAP rating, you can be assured that it's got an appropriate level of technology. What we are also seeing is that not all car companies implement that technology in the same way. So some systems work differently to others. Some of them are known to be a little bit annoying, perhaps if there are too many bleeps and bongs letting you know that you're perhaps not the world's best driver. But there are other systems which perform better for our road conditions. So there's assessment that's ongoing, looking at that technology, looking at how it's implemented in the country to make sure that it works for everybody. But of course, not every driver has access to the latest technology. So there's some basic things that people can do to keep themselves safe on the road. And that's as simple as making sure that their seat's set up correctly and that they've adjusted their mirrors so they can see around the vehicle. It's a basic thing, but it's something that everybody needs to do. Particularly if you're sharing a vehicle with another driver, you need to make sure that your seating position is correct and you've got that vision around the car. That includes adjusting your rear view mirror and also your side mirrors as well. Also, other basic things like making sure that your windscreen's nice and clean and that your headlights are polished. All of those things can help you see in the dark, can help you see through intersections, and will just keep you safe on the road. James, have you got any messages for the people that took the time to complete the survey?
Well, certainly a gratitude and thanks to the 12,300 road users that took the time to participate in RACV's campaign. And we will take those results and advocate for improvements to government. But also a message to everyone that road infrastructure is key, it's vital. We all want safer roads and safer intersections across Victoria. But road safety is with everyone, and it's absolutely important that we all drive safely and be conscious and mindful of other road users, particularly vulnerable road users like pedestrians, and bike riders on our roads.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, Andrea.
And there you have it, the most dangerous intersections as voted by you. If you want to see how other parts of Melbourne ranked, subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch the full results of the My Melbourne Road survey. Were you surprised by the results? Which intersections do you think need urgent attention? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this video useful, give it a like and share it with your friends and family. We post new RACV videos every day, so hit subscribe and press the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest motoring, home and travel content. Thanks for watching and stay safe on the roads.